Came in the game with my own, I ain't need a hand. Hops left your boy all alone, had to be a man. Now that I'm grown, yeah, it's on, I can feed the fam. Had these chicks going on flights like Peter Pan, man. Slow down, boy, you're moving too fast. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dot. Wanted to bring you guys my top 10 pickups of the year 2020. Yes, I know I'm a little bit late, but hey, better late than never, right? So without further ado, I'm going to give you guys my top 10 pickups. And remember, I'm not a hype-driven guy, so my pickups is my favorite pickups. And I'll tell you a little reason behind all of them or some of them, why I picked them to be in my top 10. But first, I got a couple honorable mentions, and here they are. First honorable mention is the Biohack, the Jordan 1 Biohack. This shoe was one of the shoes I actually really wanted. I had to have my hands on a pair of these. And shout out to my guy for coming through and blessing me to be able to pick these up. And yeah, that's my first honorable mention, the Jordan 1 Biohack. Next on the honorable mention list is the Jordan 6 DMP. Now, in the beginning of the year, I would have probably assumed this would have been in my top 10, but man, Jordan Brand dropped a lot of heat on us in the year 2020. So another honorable mention is the DMP 6, man. This colorway is just so fire. I love black and gold in general. So yeah, this is my next honorable mention. Coming in at number 10 on the list is the Jordan 12. What do they call these? The University Gold, the black and yellows, the Gary Paytons. This shoe was so clean, man. This shoe was so dope. I just had to put it in my top 10. It was one of those shoes. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was kind of iffy about keeping it in my stash, but once I got it in hand, I said, man, you know what? I got to put these on. I got to wear these. These are absolutely nice in my opinion. So these actually made the list at number 10 in my top 10 of my 2020 pickups, the Jordan 12 University Gold or Gary Payton. Coming in at number 9, we got the Jordan 4 Fire Red. Man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. This was one of the shoes I really wasn't into. Like, I just wasn't into it. When this shoe came out, I probably was 5 or 4 or something years old. So, of course, I didn't see this shoe growing up and things like that. But after learning about the shoe, this particular one, I said, man, it's been 30 years since this shoe has released like this with the Nike Air on the back and, you know, all of the things that came with the shoe. So I said, you know what? I got to get this shoe. I got to keep it in my stash. And after a while, man, this shoe really started to grow on me. And I really like this shoe. So coming in at number 9 on my list is the Jordan 4 Fire Red. Whoa. All right now. Coming in at number 8, the Jordan 1 Satin Snake. This shoe was dope, man. When I seen this shoe coming out in the releases, I was like, man, I got to have that. I don't have the Chicago ones. And this was like one of the shoes that can get me close to the Chicago colorway. But it was a clean shoe overall. I like the satin, you know, vibes. And I like the snake skin print. And like I said, it's a Chicago colorway. So I had to put this on my list. So number 8 on the list, the Satin Snake. Now, my number 7 on the list, this might start a little controversy because I know a lot of people put this further up on their list. But again, this is my list. I'm not biased. I'm not a hype guy. And it just didn't make it that high up on the list for me. But this is my number 7 pickup of 2020 on my top 10. Can you give me that? Can I? Come on, man. You made me hit my head. Anyway, man. Number 7 on my list, the Jordan 1 Mocha. Man, this shoe was dope. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm more of a neutral color guy. I'm more of the softer tones. Not, you know, over bright, overdoing it. Just more laid back, more chill. So this shoe actually complements my personality. And what can I say, man? Hey, y'all already know about the Jordan 1 Mocha. So tons of videos on it. Yeah, so that's it.
number 7 on my list. And then at number 6 on the list, I actually have 2 shoes for number 6. Both the same silhouette, but I just thought both of them was dope, and why not have both of them on the list? Because I really couldn't pick one or the other over the other, so I just said, look, I'm going to just do them both. So coming in at number 6 on the list, ooh, the Jordan 14, we got the Toros or the Gym Red, and we got the Hyper Royals. Now, like I said, both of them was dope. We never got these before. This was a very hype shoe. I know when I got my pair in, man, so many people was trying to buy my shoe, and I actually sold the pair that I got. I think I sold it for like $400 soon as it dropped. So I had to let it go, but I ended up getting them again. Shout out to my guy, whoever it was that reached out to me, or I reached out to him. I have it worked out, and I got them back in my collection because it took a while to get this. Like, I'm talking about, it took me over a month to get this shoe back in the stash, but I got it. I'm happy I got it, and yeah, seeing my number 6 along with the Hyper Royal. This shoe was so dope. It actually came out, I want to say, 3 days before my birthday, so I made this my birthday shoe. I actually got the Kobe jersey to go along with it, and man, it was just a great birthday for me for sure. But this shoe is just so clean. This is probably one of my top 14. So yeah, coming in at number 6, we got the Jordan 14 Toros and the Hyper Royal. So now we down to the top 5, and it's gonna be a little tricky with this top 5 because honestly, my 5th shoe, it really wouldn't have made my top 5. But because it is a colorway of my favorite silhouette, I was probably a little bit biased in putting it in my top 5. So my number 5 pickup of 2020 is, you guessed it, the Jordan 11 Jubilee. When I first seen pictures of this shoe, I was so mad because they had this Jordan going along this, and I'm like, man, that looks whack to me. Like, I really didn't like it. It looked like it was like a Jumpman shoe or a Team Jordan shoe, and I'm like, how could they really do that to my favorite silhouette? But when I got these things in hand, I said, man, this shoe is really nice. I do like the chrome. I do like how they don't have it stitched in, but the chrome on the back, the 23. Man, after a while, man, this shoe really grows on you, and it's just a clean shoe. And like I said, it's a Jordan 11, so it had to make the list. So that's number 5. Now, number 4. This is not a Jordan shoe, but it is absolutely one of my favorite basketball shoes ever. It had to go on my list. It was not anyway. This shoe wasn't going to go on my list. And as a matter of fact, if it wasn't for my number 3 and my number 2 shoes coming out, this would have been my number 2 pickup of 2020. So for number 4 on my top 10 pickups of 2020, we have, gotta watch out because they coming all kind of crazy. They thought I ain't had them hands, man. You tried it. Here we go. Triple black CB94. The Barkleys, man. This is in my top 3 basketball shoes or tennis shoes, period. This silhouette, the Barkley, man, this shoe is dope. My guy actually called me and said that these shoes was in stock, and I said, man, I didn't even know these was releasing. I said, man, dude, it's not a thought. I have to have those. Come to get those ASAP. So shout out to my guy for coming through with these, man, because they were sold out everywhere immediately. He told me when they store opened up, like, people was in line for them, and I didn't even know they released. But here they are, the triple black Barkley 94s, man. This shoe is so fire, man. I cannot wait to wear this shoe, man. This is one of my favorites. So coming in at number 4, CB94 triple black. Alright, y'all, now we down to the top 3. And man, this next shoe, this is one of my absolute favorite shoes of 2020. Obviously, it's on my top 3. But anyway, This shoe, when I seen this shoe, I was like, man, that's a different shoe. I think it's a cool shoe. It's a different shoe, but when I got it in hand, I said, man, this is the best quality on any shoe I've seen in the year 2020. The quality, the details, all of that just made this one of the most fire pickups for me personally in the year 2020. The videos, the pictures that's going on online, it really didn't do this shoe any justice. You have to see this shoe in hand. So without further ado, my number 3 pickup for 2020 is Jordan 6 Singles Day. This shoe is absolute fire, man. Y'all got to get a close up on that, man. Look at that. Y'all see that? The quality, the detail. Jordan brand really did their thing with this shoe, man. This is one of my favorite shoes, man. This is a part of my rotation. I have been wearing this shoe ever since a week after it came out. Because I didn't wear it the first week, but the next week after it came out, because, you know, we got snow here and stuff in Cleveland. But I even wore this shoe yesterday, I think, and it snowed. But this shoe, man, the quality on this shoe, and it's a Jordan 6, one of my favorite silhouettes. Man, the Jordan 6 Singles Day, my number 3. Coming in at number 2. If it wasn't for number 1 being number 1, then this would be my number 1. But this shoe, man, dope shoe, dope colorway. It's a non-Jordan shoe, too. And, I mean, it's the GOATs. So y'all already know what it is. I ain't even gonna prolong it. I ain't even gonna procrastinate. I'm gonna get right to it. Number 2 on my list is the Kobe 6 Protro. This shoe, I told y'all I had to go to another city, another state to go pick up this shoe. It was well worth it. Kobe is one of my favorites. Man, he is one of the greatest, if not the greatest. And this shoe, the Kobe 6 Grinch, this is just a dope shoe. I had to get it. I had to have it. It definitely had to make the list. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it made number 2 because of so many reasons. So many reasons. But yeah, number 2 on the list of my top 10 pickups of 2020 is the Kobe 6 Protro. Now, the moment we all been waiting for. My number 1 pickup of 2020. This is not only my number 1 pickup of the year 2020, but out of every shoe of any brand that ever came out, this is my number 3 shoe of all time. It is only number 3 because Jordan has released the Jordan 11 Bred and the Jordan 11 Concord. Those are my 2 favorite shoes of all time, and this is my 3rd shoe. It took me over 20 years to get this shoe. But when I seen this shoe, me and this shoe got so much, just so much, man. Like this shoe, I could talk about this shoe like for so many reasons why I needed this shoe. I had to have this shoe. And not only did I have to have this shoe, but I had to get 2 pairs of this shoe. This is the only shoe in 2020 I doubled up on. I had to have it. When I first seen this shoe, I was in the 6th grade, and I seen this girl. She was the most pretty, most beautiful girl in the school. One of the most beautifulest girls I ever seen in my life. And she had these shoes on too, and I was like, man, I want her in them shoes. And yeah, 20 years later, I ended up getting them both. So, without further ado, my number 1 shoe of 2020, and if you're looking at my hoodie, the color might have gave it up. I had to do this video in this particular room in my house because I love this background. I actually painted this 3D wall, and it's just so fitting for the shoe. And yeah, my number 1 shoe, you ain't gonna throw it either. You're gonna bring me that. 2020 is, can you hand me that? Thank you, I appreciate that. The Jordan 13 Flint. This is my favorite shoe, my number one pickup of the year 2020, the Jordan 13 Flint. I've been waiting so long for this shoe, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. Some things are priceless. Some things you cannot put a price on, man. You just can't. Like, I had to have this shoe, and I said I would never not have this shoe in my collection again. I want to wear this shoe, but I still want to have this shoe forever. That's why I had to double up. So yeah, my number one shoe of the year 2020 is the Jordan 13 Flint. And here's my double up. I ain't playing with y'all. I listen. And I don't know how it was in y'all cities, but shout out to Hibby for coming through too on one of the raffles that I won. But these stand in the box, man. These stand in the box. These ain't coming out the box. These is gonna be in my collection forever. And I mean forever. So yeah, there you got Dots top 10 20 pickups of 2020. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the list. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with some of the pickups, what y'all think should have been on the list, what y'all think shouldn't have been on the list. Let me know if y'all got a list. Drop it in the comments. And other than that, until next time, it's your boy Dot. Y'all stay safe. Y'all be blessed. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because as y'all can see on my page, you just never know what I'm going to be into, what I'm going to be doing, and what I'm going to bring. So, I'm out.
Slow down, boy, you're moving too fast. That's what they told me when I used to move it through class. Yeah, they know me, your OGs owe me. Back in the day, ate good like Kobe.